All right, so let's see if we can get you caught up a little bit. I
Jalen, to the music room, please. Jalen.
I sent out some stuff for you in the mail. I sent you some seeds. I sent you some soil. And I sent you this poster that has a picture of all the seeds that I sent you. I sent you a booklet for us to practice using our upstairs, downstairs letters on and drawing our observations about the new plants that we are going to be planting. And I also sent you some more sight word books for next week. I just threw them in there so I didn't have to send something again. So let's get started. So what I did in class is a little bit different than what you're going to have to do. What I did in class is I gave everybody, well, not everybody, I gave 2 people some lettuce seeds, 2 people some tomato seeds, 2 people some radish seeds, 2 people some sunflower seeds, 2 people some pumpkin seeds, 2 people some broccoli seeds, and 2 people some dill seeds. And what I had them do was open up their seed packets, and they didn't know who the other people were that also had the same seeds as them. Because what I really wanted them to do today was I wanted them to focus on the seed and what it looked like. Okay, and I wanted them to get really, 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 really familiar with their one seed and know exactly what it looked like. So that way, when Mrs. Lewis mixed them all up, they would be able to go into the pile of seeds and know which seed they had and what kind of seed that it was. Now, since you were by yourself, you're not going to be able to do this with, well, I guess you could do it with a seed partner. I guess maybe mom could be your seed partner, but it's going to be kind of tricky. So we're going to do it a little different. I gave you a baggie full of seeds, okay? And I also put a little plate in there. And I do want you to take your magnifying glass out and I want you to sort your seeds, okay? So put all the same seeds all together in different piles. So if you know what lettuce seeds look like, for instance, you would take all the lettuce seeds and put them all. But if you don't know what kinds of seeds they are, that's okay. You can sort them by the way that they look, okay? And then that's going to be your step 1. So sorting all of your seeds based on their appearance alone. Okay, so that's going to mean that you're going to have to get out your magnifying glass. You're going to have to take some time observing the seeds. Be careful not to move around or get too crazy because some seeds will go flying and we don't want that because then they get lost really easy. These seeds are tiny. So this is going to be a good activity for you to keep control of your body. You're in a nice learning position where you're focused and you're in control of what your body is doing and where your seeds are. And then we're also going to be doing some fine motor, with our pincher grasps and all of that stuff when we're sorting our seeds out. Okay? So that's what you're going to do for right now is you are going to take your seeds, carefully put them out on your plate, and sort them according to their appearance. And you will find that there is one seed that's a pesky little seed that won't want to stay where you put it. But I'll let you figure that out on your own. So get your magnifying glass out, observe, look, check out all the details and what makes these seeds different from each other, and then sort and separate them all out, okay, into their own little piles. And you might only have one of one kind of seed. That's okay. No big deal. Okay? So go ahead, pause the video, do that now. Alrighty. Now that you are sorted, what I want you to do is I want you to look at this mat, okay? And I want you to pick one of the vegetables or the flower. So for instance, broccoli, okay? I want you to go online, maybe use your iPad, okay, because you're probably watching this on mom's phone right now, so that's good. You can use your iPad and you can go online with mom or Kylie and see if they can help you find out what a broccoli seed looks like, okay? And then I want you to take your tray and all the broccoli seeds, okay, that you have, and glue, not all of them, but save yourself a couple for planting. See, this person only put one. That's fine. You can take one seed or a couple, because I think you probably have more than a few. Just don't glue them all because you're going to need to plant a couple. And put it next to the broccoli picture. So that way you know that this is broccoli and this is what its seed looks like. Okay? And you're going to glue it. What we did is we took our glue stick and we put a good amount of glue onto the paper, and then we carefully dropped it in and then took a toothpick and kind of pushed it into the glue. You might also want to use a little bit of Elmer's glue. That might keep it in place easier. We found that the glue stick glue was working for a little while, but then once it got pretty dry, some of the seeds were able to loosen away from it, and I ended up laminating these. So, but to fix that problem, we used a drop of Elmer's glue on top of the seed as well. Once we got it in place, we just put one little drop, and then the Elmer's glue dries clear, and that helped keep the seeds still. Okay, so you're going to, so then after you do broccoli, then, you might already know what a pumpkin seed looks like. Some of the seeds you might already know. I don't even need to look that up. I know what a pumpkin seed looks like. So go ahead and put the pumpkin seed. You might already know what a tomato seed looks like if that's the case, and you don't need to look it up. Maybe you eat a lot of vegetables and you know what a tomato seed looks like. Well, then you can just glue your tomato seeds down. But if there's a seed on here, like you don't know what a dill seed looks like, the dill seeds are pretty cool. You might not be able to smell it because there's only a couple in your bag. But the packet of dill, the dill packets, do I have dill packet handy? Yeah. Where is that? Yeah. This packet of dill seeds smells like pickles. Because pickles are flavored with dill. That's why they're called dill pickles. And so you might have to go online and look up what a dill seed looks like and then glue it onto your mat. So that is your next job, is to identify your seeds according to their pictures and glue them onto your poster, your seed poster. Okay, so pause this video and go ahead and do that. Okay, wonderful. You're back. You should have this all filled in. Since yours isn't laminated, don't hold it up like I am doing this one. Something else that you might be able to do if you're finding that your seeds just aren't staying is that you could put a little piece of Scotch tape over them. Like our sunflower seeds just wouldn't stay at all. And I don't know if you can tell, but I actually threw some Scotch tape on there, and that helps too. So you have that done. So now you know what a lettuce seed looks like, what a tomato seed looks like, what a radish seed looks like, okay? And you're able to identify. Take the rest of your seeds that you have left over and put them back in your baggie. Okay? So just that right there should have taken you probably a little more than a half hour, 45 minutes, depending on how much you had to Google and how pesky the glue is being. And so you've already been working pretty hard. You observed. Oh, that took time too, observing and sorting. That's a good amount of work for today for that activity. I'm going to post online. It's already made on YouTube. I've been asked to find read alouds online if I can, because the movies that I make just take up a lot of space on the computers. And so if I can find the video on YouTube of the book already and it's a good quality, I'm going to be sending those instead of me reading it, because it just takes up so much space on the computer. So there is a link in your email for this book, and work on some fluency. activities today. It's your choice what you work on, just as long as you're working on 1 or 2 of those activities every single day, as well as your Let's Find Out numbers. I want you doing that every day until you can fluently continuously beat your score, and you're not writing any more backwards numbers, and you're doing it all in less than 2 minutes. That's something that you got to keep doing. And if you're finding that you're making it to 25 super fast and you don't make any more backwards numbers, Mrs. Lewis can send you a grid of 50. Okay, so then you'll go 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and you'll keep going until you can write your 50 numbers. But that's going to be a little while, I suspect. So, okay. So you're doing your fluency activities. So either you're saying your sounds or you're doing some handwriting practice. Oh, don't forget too, if you haven't done it, your bean plant, keep charting and drawing and observing your bean plant. So we have that growth over time data all recorded in a booklet. I'll give you an example of what some of these kids look like, if I can find this fellow fast enough. Hang on. Where did he put his? He put it in here? No. Of course, the one I'm looking for I can't find. Hang on. Okay, so this is Elena's, by the way. So this is what she drew an enlarged version of her seed in the beginning. And poor Elena, this was the next couple of days. And then this was it coming out of the bag and into the cup. So you can see the growth over time. Then she started having a little bit of germination with a little bit of growth happening, and we compared it with another person's to measure the heights. So she has been plotting this growth over time, and then suddenly her seed died. So now she says, my seed is not growing anymore. So we've had some ups and downs with some of our seedlings. I'll show you what they look like over here. So these are some of the beans. See that? And then we have, hope you can see that, there's more down in there, right? And this is Elena's now. It's dead. It died. We don't know what happened. It's just the way it is. And all of these milk cartons are things that we planted today, which you will do next video. And here are our strawberries. We've been eating them. So there's not many ripe ones right now, but we've been eating most of the ripe ones every day. So, anywho, so you can see that you're doing the same thing that we're doing. We have seeds and plants and stuff growing in our window just like you do, and we are drawing them and observing them every single day. Well, not every single day, every other day, to show lots of change over time and measuring them. So that's your job. Fluency, plant, fill it up. This. You're doing it. All right, we'll do some planting tomorrow. Goodbye.